Hey everyone! So today's video is going to be a long one, so make sure you get a cup of tea or your favorite drink or a snack because we are going to be sitting here for a while. And basically this video is just going to be me talking to you guys. I know when I was going into college last summer, I looked up on YouTube for hours and hours and hours on end, like freshman advice videos or what I learned in college or stuff like that, and some of the videos were helpful but some of the videos weren't, and I was just thinking, like, I've learned so much about myself and about other people and about college as a whole that I thought that this would be a great opportunity for me to make my own video and hopefully help some of you guys out who are going into college for the first time as a freshman. Oh! So first I want to talk about roommates because roommates are definitely going to make or break your college experience. And luckily I have great roommates, absolutely amazing. They haven't caused me any trouble. I'm actually living with one of them again next year, and they've just been, amazing. And I am very fortunate because I know people at my school and at other schools who have had terrible roommate situations. One of my friends had to get a restraining order against a roommate because she was crazy, but that doesn't happen with everybody, and I don't want to scare you guys, but I just want to say that if you have the opportunity, meet your roommate before you move in. Move in with somebody, it's definitely much different than just like talking to them or like sort of knowing them in school or like sort of knowing them on Facebook or something. It's very, very different. I know my friend who goes to another school, she has like a suite basically, and it's 2 separate rooms, and in the other room that she wasn't in, it was 2 best friends, and those best friends are no longer friends because they live together and they've been best friends for such a long time. So it really makes a difference to I would say meet with your roommate beforehand, or at least talk to them. Some form of communication if you guys can do that. Or if you're planning on living with your best friend, you might want to reconsider. And I'm not here to say don't live with your best friend, but I have seen relationships being torn apart because they just can't handle each other for that long of a time. So that would be my advice for roommates. Also, when you first move in, make an agreement of some sort of, like, if you guys have boyfriends or if one of them has a boyfriend or a girlfriend, then go ahead and say, like, okay, well, I'm cool with this, or I'm cool with this. Or if somebody doesn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but you know that they like to bring, others back to the room, make sure you have something said about that. And also, like, shared space, food, all that type of stuff definitely needs to be set before you move in or within the first couple of days. It really makes a huge difference in your living situation, and there's no like little fights or like passive aggressive sticky notes that are being like placed everywhere. So I would definitely say that that is one of the big things. My next sort of piece of advice is to find your group, and this is kind of like high school where you have to go and find your friends, find people that are like-minded and that like you and that you like and you want to hang out with and they want to hang out with you. Because personally, my first couple of months here, I hated it. I hated being at college. I hated being away from my friends, from my boyfriend, from my parents. I hated it because I didn't have many friends here. And that is part of the reason why I wanted to go through recruitment. And when I went through recruitment, I definitely found my whole group, my people. I love them. And you know, I will be making a video on that too, my recruitment experience and my first year sorority experience. I would definitely be making a video on that too. But you know, finding your people and finding your group is very important, because my roommate also didn't have many friends when she came in, and just almost recently she found a really good group of people and a couple of really, really nice girls. And one of the girls, actually both of us are living with next year. So it's very important, because it can really make or break you loving the school you're at or hating the school you're at. And I'm going to say this again, I hated being here the first couple of months, and as soon as I found people to hang out with, I love it. And I still love it. So definitely finding your group and finding the people that you like to hang out with is a big part of your freshman year. So as I said, I am away from my boyfriend. He is about 7 hours away from me by car. It's only like a 1 hour flight, so it's not that bad. And we're not that far apart. It's not like we're across the country from each other. But it has been sort of difficult just to not see him every day. So definitely long distance relationships in college are hard. They take a lot of work. But my number one advice, tip, whatever, to anybody who's going to be in a long distance relationship in college is communication. And I got that piece of advice from my best friend, who is in a long distance relationship with her boyfriend. And just communicating with each other and being able to set aside time, even if it's once a week, to talk to each other on the phone or Skype or FaceTime or whatever you want to do. It really makes a huge, huge, huge difference in your relationship. And my boyfriend and I have been together for almost 6 years now, so we didn't really plan on breaking up. But I know a lot of other people who have only been in a relationship for a couple months or maybe even a year. It's very hard for them, because they're like, well, you know, there's this person and there's this person, or what if I find someone who's better? And if you are truly unhappy in your relationship, then yes, I believe go ahead and end it. But if you want to make it work, or you want to be with your significant other, then both sides have to be working together in order to do that. And I commend my boyfriend, because I'm very busy. I know he's very busy. He works all the time and he has school. So I think we have done a really good job, and obviously we've stayed together. And I mean, I have to say that absence makes the heart grow fonder. That saying is very much true, because I don't think I've missed anyone more in my life than I've missed him, other than my family. Hi, Mom, if you're watching. I just really think that it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work, but you can definitely do it. And don't let people get into your head, because a lot of people tried to get into my head and say well, you're going to be in college, don't you want to experience other people and experience other things, and just all that stuff. And I didn't want to hear it. I was just you know what, if it doesn't work out, if it doesn't work out, if it works out, it works out, it's great, awesome. Because I didn't want to think about it, I didn't want to talk about it, nothing. But Chris and I, both of us were well, obviously we're not going to let distance break us up. There's no way. So we worked really, really hard, and we worked really well together, and everything has been perfectly fine. So I know I went off on a tangent, and you're probably where's the advice in here? But just communication is the biggest thing that I can tell you guys, is just to communicate with your significant other, and it'll make it so much better and so much easier for you guys to have a great relationship. So, classes and homework and professors. Very, very, very different than high school. Nobody ever prepared me. Nobody really told me what it was gonna be like. So I want to like get you guys ready for probably what you can expect. I do want to say that my experience may be a little bit different because I'm at a very small school. So it probably won't, like if you're going to University of Oregon or like a huge school in like Texas or like the South or something like that, or a UC school, it's definitely not going to be the same as what I'm saying because you have like huge lecture halls. But my classes are actually smaller now than they were in high school. So I do have to say that that is very nice. But also it makes it a lot more challenging. But moving on into classes, classes are definitely a lot more rigorous than high school was. And if you were in any AP classes in high school, you definitely know that that's kind of the pace that college classes go at least my freshman year courses did. And the homework load is really not that bad, but let's see, how do I say this? You have a lot more time. So it's like here we have like Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes, and then Tuesday, Thursday classes, or Monday, Wednesday classes. So you have a lot of time in between classes to get your stuff done, and that can be a blessing and a curse. A blessing because you have more time and you're not like every day something is due for the same class like high school is, but it's also a curse because procrastination kind of takes over, and that's what happened to me. I don't think I've ever procrastinated more in my life than I did this year because I had no time management. I had no sense of time management at all. So being able to like manage my time better is definitely something I'm going to work on for next year, because most of the time I just kind of sat and watched Netflix. P.S. I finished The Office and Criminal Minds and Bones all on Netflix. Very good. I just sat and watched Netflix and ate food and didn't really do much else besides, you know, cramming the night before I had a test or something like that. And I'm being totally honest, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh no, I studied for a week before, and no, I didn't. Let's be real, nobody does. This is homework, professors, professors. Here they know you by name because, again, we're a very small school, but they kind of like don't, they like, how do I put this? Like if you don't turn in your homework, they don't care. If you don't show up to class, they don't care. If you don't take a test, they don't care. They're just there to teach, and they are there for the students that want to be there. And if you're a student that doesn't want to be there, then they don't care. And I've actually found that helpful, because I've had a couple of professors who, like, I didn't take their class as seriously as I needed to probably, and they let me know. They were like, they just didn't like help me as much as I would want to, but then as I started to show effort, they started to help me more. So it's definitely a two-way street. Like, you have to put in effort and they will put in effort back. That's what I found here. I'm not sure how it is at other colleges, but that's definitely what I found here. But the professors do have you in mind. They do want to help you succeed, which is why they have office hours. And I would definitely go to their office hours. I didn't take advantage of it. I think I went maybe once to one professor's office hours. But definitely take advantage of their office hours, because they take time out of their day to go and sit and wait for people to come in with questions. And if you come in with questions and you come like once a week, or if you get on a plan where you like review the material with them once a week, it really shows a lot of effort and it goes a long way for your final grade. Also, another tidbit about grades that I just kind of like thought of right now. At orientation, they told my parents that if your student is an A student in high school, expect them to be a B student in college. If they were a B student, expect them to be a C student. It's much harder to get good grades in college. And for all the people who have like 4.0s, I don't know how you do it. I have no idea. I'll probably learn at one point, but right now I was always like 4.0 or at least high 3.9 something in high school. And now, to be honest, I have a 2.93. And that is also because the grading scale is different. So if you want to know like college grading scale, you can just Google that. My GPA is a 2.93 and I was really upset about it. But, I think it's my freshman year. I shouldn't be that upset, because how did I do my freshman year of high school? So much different than junior high. So much different than elementary school. I mean, each year it just gets higher and higher and higher, and the stakes get higher and higher and higher. So, if your grades do drop, if you do find that you have a lower GPA or lower grades than you did in high school, don't worry about it. It's just the progression of you transitioning into college life and into college classes. So don't stress yourself out about that too much. And the last couple of points that I want to bring up are kind of near and dear to my heart, just because this is something I really, really struggled with this year. And it is keeping yourself healthy. And, sometimes you can't really avoid getting sick, like getting the flu in the dorms. It's like one person gets the flu and everyone has the flu. Get your flu shot. Get your shots before coming to college. It helps, probably. So basically, about a year ago, I started having stomach pain, and the stomach pain progressively got worse. They thought it was gastritis, which is inflammation of the stomach lining and causes like severe heartburn. So I was on acid-reducing medication, and that wasn't helping. But I got to college. And within the first couple of weeks, I got extremely, extremely sick. Just extremely sick. And I was flown home right before Thanksgiving. So I'd gone home for fall break, and I was like, okay. But then right before Thanksgiving, I got very sick. And like puking everywhere. When I say sick, it means like stomach pain and puking, just to let you know. So I got very sick, and I went home and decided to see a gastroenterologist because my regular doctor wasn't doing anything for me anymore. So went and saw her, and she tested me for H. pylori, which is an bacterial infection of the stomach. I tested positive, so I was put on antibiotics for 2 weeks, very strong, severe antibiotics, and acid medication, and then I basically like stopped everything after my antibiotics were done, and I was like totally fine, completely cleared of my symptoms of everything until I came back up to school. Within the first 2 weeks of coming back from winter break, I got sick again and had to be flown home. And this time they tested me for something else, and it turns out I had norovirus. And norovirus is like a 3-day thing. It sends cruise ships around because everyone has everything coming out of every hole in their body And that is what happened to me. And they said that I had picked it up in the dorm bathrooms, which is disgusting. I know, so gross. During spring break, I went back to talk to my doctor, and she said that everything looked fine and that I was okay, and that I could probably start weaning myself off of the acid medication. And then this past weekend, I was in the hospital for the same issues. Now, this is the second time that I've gone to the hospital for these issues. Once was June 3rd of last year, because that was the day before graduation and I had to go to the ER. But this time I was actually admitted to the hospital because they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. So they basically said that they thought that my intestine was inflamed, and they gave me antibiotics. I just finished my antibiotics yesterday, and it seemed to help. I don't know. I have to do a couple more medical procedures and a couple more tests and stuff to see if they can find out what's wrong with me, and if they can't, then I'm stumped and I have no idea. So that's basically what's been going on, but when I do get episodes, I can't really do anything, so that's why my videos have been so, I guess, sparse in the past very long time. But to keep myself healthy, I have hand sanitizer everywhere, like all on my desk. I have like 6 bottles of hand sanitizer. I have one in my purse, one in my backpack, one everywhere. I wash my hands very frequently, especially in the bathrooms. I go ahead, and when I'm in the shower, I obviously have shower shoes. People who shower without shoes, I just can't. I don't know how they do it. It's so gross to me. I try and keep everything like nice and clean. I like wipe down my my desk. I wipe down everything I touch. I change my sheets often. I mean, these are all the measures that I kind of have to do. And then also cafeteria food, if it looks questionable, I don't eat it. So I usually get like stuff that I can see being made in front of me, like sandwiches. I eat a sandwich like 5 times a week, and I'm actually gonna go get one right after I finish this video. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. So keeping yourself healthy is very, very, very important, and I put a lot of emphasis on that because I don't want anybody to go through what I went through. I mean, I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy, what I've been going through. It's been hell. It's been so bad, and it's made being away from home that much more difficult. It's made me even more homesick than I should be. So definitely just keeping yourself healthy and making sure that you're using like proper hygiene is definitely going to help with not getting sick and not contracting viruses and nasty, gross stuff like that. And kind of going along with health is like the whole freshman 15 thing. I personally did experience the freshman 15, and I think that's just because I didn't know what to eat, when to eat, because there was all this food and I had all this money on my meal plan that I could spend and just go eat whenever I wanted to, eat as much as I wanted to, with everything available whenever I wanted. So yeah, I did experience that. I have been going to the gym as much as I can, but I am definitely going to be like getting my butt back into shape this summer because I am training for a half marathon. I'm so nervous. That's besides the point. To avoid the freshman 15, I would definitely go to the gym if your school has a gym that's available to you, and just make healthy choices. You know, get salads or get low fat stuff. I mean, I'm not a food expert. I'm not a health expert by any means, but I can say that cutting out or not eating like candy and ice cream and like burgers and fries and stuff every day and soda is going to help. And I mean, I know a lot of people who haven't had the freshman 15, and I think it just depends on the person, it depends on your body, and it depends on how much stuff you retain. With my body, I retain everything. So I know a lot of the choices that I made weren't good for me, but it is a learning experience, and I definitely will know for next year. Like next year I'm moving out, I'm getting an apartment, which is great, so I'll be able to make my own food and kind of control what's in the house, what's in the fridge, stuff like that, so I don't have like all this crap at my disposal. Yeah, but if you just like make conscious healthy decisions, you're going to avoid the freshman 15. Maybe you'll get like a freshman 5. I would love to have a freshman 5, but the freshman 15 is definitely there. It's not a myth. Don't let anyone tell you it's a myth, because it's not. It happens. So just kind of watch what you're eating. I guess that would be my biggest advice or my biggest tip in that sort of area. I can't think of anything else that I would need to tell you guys. So hopefully this helped. I don't even remember what I said. Hopefully I wasn't like rambling too much, and that you guys got some useful advice and some useful tips out of this video. If you did, please let me know. I love hearing your guys' feedback. And if you have any other questions about first year college experience, go ahead and comment. I comment back to everybody. So please ask me questions if you have any. And I believe that is all I need to say. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos, and if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Did I say that already? I don't know. If you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and click subscribe, and I will be making more videos soon. Oh, I'm so awkward. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.